Islam Makhachev is moving up to welterweight, and when the dust settles, he will either cement his legacy or face the toughest challenge of his entire career. Before the fight, Islam was grinding in Dubai alongside Khamzat Chimaev, sharpening every tool in his arsenal, and the MMA world instantly sensed a storm brewing. The question wasn't just if he could dominate, it was whether he could survive a bigger, stronger opponent in Jack Della Maddalena.
Islam versus JDM in the MSG. How do you think it will play out?
It's a very, very intriguing fight. JDM is growing at a rapid pace, and we all know what Islam possesses, and we know how good Islam is. So I'm intrigued about that fight. I don't think, because I feel like some people are kind of, initially when that fight was being announced, people were like, oh, this Islam's gonna do this, Islam's gonna take care of him, or JDM's too big. I think now we're starting to understand that that fight's gonna be a lot closer than we think.
Colby Covington predicted chaos for Jack, but not in the way most fans imagine. He argued that Islam's mix of striking and takedowns was a nightmare, a constant rhythm disruption that could keep Maddalena from ever finding his flow. And if you think you know how this fight ends, wait until you hear what Volkanovski had to say. He saw Jack's calmness as the razor edge that might just cut through Islam's grinding style.
Islam versus JDM, what do you make of that? Islam moving up to now welterweight?
Yeah, it's an interesting fight. I'm excited to see how it goes. You know, Islam, is a lightweight. He's going to be a little smaller in the fight, but he's a well-rounded fighter. So, if he's able to take down JDM and control him, he could definitely get the job done. But it's going to be interesting to see how the size advantage plays a difference in the fight.
Who do you favor?
I mean, I seen the odds were pretty big. They favored Makhachev like 3-1. So I guess I got to go with the odds if they're going 3-1. But just because JDM doesn't have good takedown defense, but you never know. It's a fight, and JDM has some good hands, so it should be an exciting fight for the fans.
Alexander Volkanovski wasn't buying the hype. He noticed how Jack stuffed takedowns against Bilal Muhammad and controlled the cage with surgical precision. Islam might be relentless, but Volkanovski warned that composure and smart mid-fight adjustments could flip the script in ways few expect. Stay with me, because one adjustment in round 3 could shock the entire world.
As you can be.
Because I think Jack has that X factor. I think he has the gut, the grit, the determination to fight the takedowns, to fight the ground, the takedown attacks that Islam is going to go for. And I think in a striking fight, straight up, Jack is better. I think he wins in the hands. Yeah. I think Jack's got the better game to strike over 5 rounds than Islam does as well, especially if Islam is trying to go for takedowns during the fight. I think, and this is people sleep on Jack's grappling game. They sleep on his jiu-jitsu. I don't think Islam is going to be as gun-ho with the takedowns as everybody believes, because Jack has that level of offense off his back.
Max Holloway looked at this fight through a chessboard lens. To him, the battle wasn't about brute force, it was mental warfare. Both fighters adapting, countering, recalibrating. Holloway predicted that one single strategic move could turn Islam's flawless game plan upside down. Don't blink. Round 4 could redefine who we call the real welterweight monster.
Philip, bro, what's cracking, man?
Chillin'.
Hey, now listen, you're welterweight. You've been in the game a long time. Islam moving up to 170. Is he big enough for 170?
My personal opinion, I don't think he is, but he's a champ. We'll see when he's there. You know what I'm saying? He has a fight. He's fighting the champ. That's the best 170 in the world right now, right? So we'll see.
So you don't think he has the size, but how do you think he does in the fight versus JDM?
I personally think JDM beats him. I think JDM will be able to get up if he does take him down. I don't think he'll be able to take JDM shots. I think personally he'll stop Islam.
Robert Whittaker immediately sided with Maddalena, calling him a fighter who thrives in chaos but never panics. Whittaker believed that keeping the fight standing long enough to force Islam to respect his striking could be the key to a historic upset. And trust me, if Jack lands that early salvo, everything changes in a heartbeat.
Yoel Romero gives his honest take.
Yoel Romero just shared his thoughts on a potential showdown between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena, and it's a must-hear. Romero believes that Maddalena, while being a big 170-pounder, might face a tough challenge against Makhachev's superior grappling. Do you think Jack's striking can beat Makhachev's grappling?
Philip Rose saw the fight through pure physicality. Islam's frame might be flawless at lightweight, but at welterweight, he argued, Maddalena has the natural advantage. Faster, sharper, explosive, and relentless. Jack could drag Islam into unfamiliar territory and test his stamina like never before. And yes, round 5 could be the moment Islam's endurance is truly tested.
Yes, I mean, I've known for a very long time that Jack is an amazing fighter. He's really good. And he shocked me on how good he was. Like, he handled the grappling exchanges so well. And it's the best striking performance I've seen from him. Like, he just, like, the big moment, like, he rose to the occasion. It was, like, fantastic to see. And I really do think, I do think that the grappling from Islam, like, he's a better technical grappler than Bilal is, but he's not quite as big. He's not as imposing. And yeah, if you look at the Dustin Poirier fight, Poirier was able to stop some of his takedown and win some scrambles and stuff like that. I feel like not only will Jack be able to do that, but when he lands punches, it's going to be way more devastating.
Steve Ershik and Yoel Romero both praised Jack's evolution. Ershik compared his poise to Dustin Poirier's fleeting successes against Islam, but warned that Jack's sharper timing and heavier hands could reveal cracks in Makhachev's armor. Romero agreed, highlighting Jack's intelligence and composure under pressure. Stick around because the way Jack handles Islam's early storm could define this fight before the second half even begins.
He have, he don't have some just one plan for fight, and he have plan A, B, C, and like all alphabet, D, E, A, everything, like if something not he couldn't do, he gonna try other one not good, he have next plan, and he's amazing fighter, and he's amazing friend, brother, and I think he will take this belt. I think he deserves.
Yeah. When I talked to him right after he vacated the lightweight title, he said he was having a bit of a hard time like adding on the muscle and keeping it on. He said it wasn't making him feel good, but he looks very good now. Do you think he's like very built well for welterweight?
Yes, he become a bigger, now we have more power, more than ever, and I think he's ready.
Omar Nurmagomedov, Islam's lifelong teammate, wasn't worried. He believed Islam's move up in weight was natural, not risky, and that the Dagestani's arsenal was more explosive and versatile than ever. Omar insisted that Islam has multiple strategies ready for any version of Maddalena that shows up, and believe me, the first takedown attempt could already be a statement of dominance.
Quem que você acha que ganha entre o Jack Della Maddalena e o Islam?
Maddalena, ele é jogo muito complicado, porque ele é cara que ele não vem pra te nocautear rápido, ele vem pra te finalizar, ele vem te magoando, né?
Aos poucos, né?
Aos poucos. Foi o que ele fez agora na luta contra o Bilal. Só que eu acho que o Islam vai se dar muito bem nessa categoria, né, mano? Agora vai estar muito mais forte, é um jogo que, tipo, ele gosta de agarrar e botar pra baixo. Eu acho que o Jack Maddalena fazia a mesma luta que ele fez, né? Agora contra o Bilal, batendo, movimentando, saindo, machucando, é uma luta, mas se deixar o Islam agarrar e botar pra baixo...
Merab W took a more analytical view, praising Islam's smothering style, but pointing out Maddalena's uncanny resilience. Every time Jack was taken down, he popped back up. That durability, Merab warned, could be the deciding factor in a fight designed to test both men to the absolute limit.
Islam relinquish his belt and go up to 170. Got JDM taking on Islam Makhachev.
I still think Islam's skill for skill is just so high level. For him to go out there and do what he did against Bilal was very impressive, made that Islam fight more interesting. If JDM can shut him down and throw those hands, but Islam's boxing is underrated. That dude is slick. His kickboxing, his timing, like he's a high level black belt in every aspect of MMA.
We'll give him that.
Jack versus Islam, I think, is huge. Not as big as Ilya versus Islam, but who knows? Maybe they both win and Islam comes back down to 55 and the fight's even bigger.
Jules Oliveira added grounded realism, noting Maddalena's patience and endurance. Surviving Islam's early rounds might push him into a territory Islam rarely faces, deep waters without control. And if that happens, expect round 4 or 5 to reveal a very different picture than anyone predicted.
Like, credit to Islam, like doing something thing that even Khabib didn't dare to try, which is move up a weight class. He's got his own problems. Jack Della's that's a big boy. I've stood next to Jack Della a few times, and you could chop off one of his legs and he's still not going to make lightweight. Like, he is a legitimate welterweight problem, and that obviously takes away a lot of Islam's advantages by coming in there and being a big lightweight, being a strong lightweight.
Zooming out, the bigger stakes became clear. Legacy hung in the balance, not just belts. O'Malley predicted that the winner could step into crossover fights, big money matchups, and a whole new level of stardom, and he warned Maddalena's unpredictability could inject chaos into a fight many expected to be orderly. Don't scroll yet, because the storm he predicted is coming, and it could hit mid-fight.
The fight for me really is when Islam grabs a hold of Jack, how good has Jack improved? Because Islam is world class at that, and has been for probably his entire life because of the way he trains and where he has come from. So can Jack stop that consistently, like he did against Belal? Because he did a phenomenal job against Belal at stopping that. But can he do that against someone who's just cleaner, more technical? On the feet, I think Jack wins it cleanly. I think he'll jab, switching stances. He'll have a bit more fluidity due to the fact that Islam's not going to be changing stances so regularly. So I think Jack can do it on the feet, but the question mark is, can he stop the takedown consistently over 5 rounds?
Dan Hooker kept it honest. Jack is climbing a mountain against one of the most complete fighters in MMA history. Islam's willingness to chase greatness into a higher weight class is unprecedented. But Hooker reminded us that the real test isn't just strength, it's whether Jack can defend, survive, and execute over 5 rounds of relentless pressure.
John Jones against Tom Aspinall, which is the blockbuster. I think Della Maddalena's got a bright future. I don't know whether he's going to hold the belt or, he's going to lose it to another one of the top contenders and then pick it back up again. I don't think he's going to lose it to Makhachev, though. I think Makhachev holds the lightweight belt against anybody in the world, on any day, including Ilia Topuria. I don't think if he moved up, he would have much success against Makhachev.
Gary Machado stripped the fight down to its essence, takedown defense. Jack's speed and striking are deadly, but the moment Islam locks his hands, the dynamic shifts entirely, and if fatigue sets in, the battle for dominance could flip in a single heart-stopping exchange.
Main event is also in your weight class, JDM and Islam. Who do you think is going to win that?
I think the favorite is Islam, but Jackie show like he grew up a lot as a fighter since he stopped fight. Now he was a long time without fight, almost 2 years, and he got really good skills to fight Belal Muhammad, defense takedowns. So I think he's gonna win.
You think Jack is gonna win?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you think he wins a decision, or do you think he stops him?
I think decision is really hard fight.
You think Islam stays at 170 or he goes back?
If he loses, I don't know. It depends how he feels during the fights. How close is gonna be the fight,
Dan Hardy added philosophy to the fray, questioning whether Islam's added bulk helps or hinders. Could he retain explosiveness, or does the extra weight slow him down? And even if Maddalena pulls off an upset, Hardy warned, the stacked welterweight division would test the victor in ways no belt could.
Who do you think wins that fight between Islam and Jack Della Maddalena?
Well, first off, I gotta say, if I was Shavkat Rakhmonov or Ian Gary or somebody that is right there who's really worked hard to get there, I'd be pretty pissed. Yeah. Because, this guy, JDM, just got the title, and then he's giving somebody else a shot at what I've earned the right to have, which is the title shot. Like, give JDM a shot at, give him 1 or 2 more guys. If he beats them, then give him somebody outside the division. But I would be kind of pissed. I would be kind of upset that they're giving this guy immediately somebody from 155 division. Now, I think it's a very tough fight for Islam Makhachev. Bigger guy, somebody who won the title from somebody with a similar style in Belal Muhammad. Mm-hmm. I do believe Islam Makhachev striking is a lot better than Belal Muhammad's, but their pressure, their cardio, their wrestling background, fairly similar. Obviously, I think one would be better than the other, but he's faced somebody a lot exactly like him. So I think it would be a tough fight for Islam for sure.
Carlos Pretz focused on patience, arguing that survival through the early storm could be the secret to turning the tide. Stephen Thompson wasn't fully convinced, reminding everyone that jumping from top contender to facing someone like Islam is a colossal challenge. By the time the experts had spoken, the truth was undeniable. This fight is not just another bout, it's a collision of styles, eras, and mindsets. Precision versus creativity, control versus composure, legacy versus chaos. And when the cage doors close, every punch, takedown, and adjustment could redefine MMA history forever.